all the planets in the three worlds, upper, middle, and lower, including the planets of the human beings, the Gandharvas, the Garudas, the great serpents, the Siddhas, the Charadas, Vidyadharas, the great saints, Yamaraj, the Manus, the Yakshas, the Rakshasas, Pishachas, and their masters, and the masters of the ghosts, the masters of the ghosts, and Bhutas. He defeated the rulers of all other planets where there are living entities and brought them under his control. Conquering the abodes of all, he seized their power and influence. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. The word Garuda in this verse indicates that there are planets of great birds like Garuda. Similarly, the word Uruga indicates that there are planets of enormous serpents. Such a description of the various planets of the universe may challenge modern scientists who think all the planets are vacant but this Earth. These scientists claim to have launched excursions to the moon, where they have found no living entities but only big craters full of dust and stone. Although in fact the moon is so brilliant that it acts like the sun in illuminating the entire universe. Of course, it is not possible to convince modern scientists of the Vedic information about the universe. Nonetheless, we are not very much impressed by the words of the scientists who say that all other planets are vacant and only the Earth is full of living entities. And the purport. Om Agyan Timidam Dasya Kina Jena Salakaya Chaksi Uruvitam Hena Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Sapitam Nena Bhutale Swaya Rupa Dhammayam Dadati Swapadantikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Hiranyakashipu is entitled, He Terrorizes the Universe. There's a little description, complete description of what he has achieved materially. In so many various categories of living things. The only problem is he was never happy. It's that one who cannot control their mind and senses, even though they can conquer the whole world, can never be satisfied. Baba today was offered anything he wanted, Supreme Lord, by Bali Maharaj. Bali had conquered everything, all directions, all planetary systems. But he was very charitable, offering Bali whatever he wanted. The Lord said, just give me 3 steps, that's all. That's all I want, just 3 steps. Land. Bali was incredulous. Couldn't believe that that's all he could ask for. And it was this beautiful Brahmin boy. And he was willing to offer him whatever he asked for. He asked for 3 steps. Bali challenged the Lord's statement and said, I'm prepared to offer you a planet. Anything you want, just ask for me. And he named so many things you could have. The Lord said something really powerful, really instructive for every one of us. That one who's not satisfied with what they need will never be satisfied. One who's not satisfied with what they need, they can have the whole world and they're never satisfied. So Hiranyakashipu, he had everything. He had peace of mind. In fact, he was always intoxicated by strong liquors and always trying to achieve more. There's one story where at one point, this is from one of the Puranas, where this was before the birth of Prahlad Maharaj. fact, it led up to the birth of Prahlad Maharaj. After Ranikashipu had come back, and had conquered many planets, still he wasn't satisfied with the power he had achieved, although he was given, as we heard previously, so many benedictions that he could not be killed by so many ways. So he practically thought of all the possible ways he could be killed. But still, he was thinking, I should have more power. So he left his abode and went to perform more austerities. The Devas were already shaken by his austerities. So when they saw that, they were really, really, really concerned that he's going to become more powerful. Now what are we going to do? We're already under his subjugation. So we have to stop him. So they informed Brahma. Brahma informed Narada. Narada had a plan. So Hiranyakashipu went to this place and he started performing these austerities. And Narada took the form of a dove, a bird, and started flying around Hiranyakashipu chanting the name of Vishnu. So he couldn't meditate, he couldn't perform his austerities. He was hearing the name of Vishnu every moment. So Hiranyakashipu was really getting angry. So he kept chasing the bird away so he could focus on his austerities. Finally, he got so angry, he took out his bow and arrow and he was about to shoot the bird, but the bird flew away, got away. But the bird disturbed him so much, Narada, in the form of this bird, disturbed him so much that he couldn't again perform his austerities. So he went back home, gave up. And that was the plan worked. But he heard the name of Vishnu constantly for some time. And because of that, right after that, he had union with his wife, and Prahlad Maharaj was born. So that little story is called the Garbha Sanskara of Hiranyakashipu. He actually, by hearing the name of Vishnu enough times, somehow or other, it appears. Of course, Prahlad appears by the arrangement of the Lord, but we also hear this pastime, how there is some connection to Hiranyakashipu's purification for some time. So Prabhupada goes into, Prabhupada doesn't deal with the theme so much, but he deals with the extension of the theme, that modern scientists, more or less, are always giving wrong understandings of whatever they analyze. I remember there's one story where Prabhupada was on radio in 1969 in California. And it was a radio show. Prabhupada was interviewed. Maharaj, do you remember that? He's talking about the moon. We never went to the moon. 1969, I think Prabhupada was talking. There's a long discussion with some radio announcer. And Prabhupada said we never went to the moon. And if we did go to any place, we went to the planet Rahu. Because the moon is a higher planet, it has illumination, and you just can't go. Just like you want to go from one country to another, you have to be qualified to go there by performing the preliminary arrangements, passport, and whatever